you. Hello, everyone. I didn't understand anything, but I think he said nice things about me. So. Okay, luckily this is the first presentation in English, but this is not a technical presentation, so I will try to again, it's not technical. I will just talk about processes, and I was asked to talk more about the integrator's point of view for safe cities, which is part of my experience. So let me see this. So just a little bit about my experience. I've been working in the IT industry for 25 years, 15 of those years as a client and 10 as a solution provider. But for the purpose of this presentation, I'm going to talk about the 4 last years. Before I came to Huawei, I was in Thales. I started working 2 years in the engineering as an IT manager in the Mexico City Safe City project, very big one. I will also talk about it later. Then I moved to a position as a build manager in Thales. If you want to go up the ladder, you always have to be a build manager sometime in your life. So it's a very challenging position here with a very complicated process that we will see later. And then I moved as a business developer. That is also a very important position there, because you get to work with clients, with partners, internally with product development. So it's a good position there, and you learn a lot. In the first 2 years, I had to learn the methodology of Thales, the system engineering methodology. I will show it later. As a build manager, I had to learn the build management process, and as a business developer, I had to learn the go-to-market process. So we're going to see those 2 processes, the methodology, some information about the Mexico project, and at the end, some recommendations of what I have seen in this year in Huawei, and the experience I had in Thales. So this is the agenda again: the processes, the methodology, the Mexico City case, and some suggestions to further projects. So first, just to show you where these 2 processes are in the sales life cycle. At the beginning, the go-to-market process, which is just when you have a prospect, and the main objective of the go-to-market process is to create the strategies for accounts, key or not key accounts. We will see that later. And then it goes through the whole build management process all the way until you have a contract signed and you start delivering the project. Well, the purpose of the build management process is to increase the probability of winning the bid. Just to define a framework of what a process will be in this presentation. Process is a set of activities, related activities, which we will call the workflow, performed by people with a specific set of skills, experience, and knowledge, helped with some guidelines and templates that we will call documents in the presentation. Okay, so going to in that order, the first process, the go-to-market process, I will go quickly in this one. So what are the roles, the important roles? You see, this is a commercial process. The key account manager, or the account manager is the main figure here. He is in charge of managing the relationship, the long-term relationship with all the clients. He is responsible to create this key account plan, a key account plan. At the end, he's responsible for the customer satisfaction. But you also have the business development role there, which again is very important because it's a mix between a technical and a sales profile. It's kind of an internal and external consultant. So the business development guy goes with all the clients I think as he says here, he needs to see what the potential needs are for the market and for the clients, what actions we need to perform with marketing to present the expertise to the clients. And at the end, he also helps to identify the necessary partners for local projects. Then you have the marketing department. I noticed there was a marketing presentation before. I didn't understand it, but I think the functions are the same in all the companies. So the main activity is to perform all the actions to present the brand or to position the brand in the head of the clients or in the market, which are partners and clients. There is also the business advisors. Is a complicated definition here because it's also called the middleman, or it depends on the country. Is the people which will help you go to the end users and will help you win the project. So between the key account manager and the marketing department, they have to select the right business advisors. Now the documents for this process are pretty straightforward. Country, region, context. This is like the most important because it is to define, according to the country, the context, how the police is organized for safety purposes, how the police is organized, if it's a national police, or who the customer will be, because it could be the police, it could be the governors, and there are different scopes depending on who the client is, so you need to define different strategies. List of probable business advisors and partners, the identification of these. Again, these are templates or guidelines. Each template in the process has a set of fields that you need to fill so that they are complete. And from there, you create a country strategic plan, a list of strategic accounts and opportunities, which are managed by the key account manager. And the marketing plan, which again are all the actions that you are going to follow to put in the position in the head of the client's your brand. It could be expositions, meetings, etc. So this is much simpler than the deal manual, you will see. So this is pretty straightforward. You start with the country and strategic plan with all the information that you get from marketing and sales. Doing some research, from meetings also with the business development, and you create this strategic plan for the country or region. Then from there, you define how to qualify all the accounts, if there are key or non-key accounts. It depends also on the strategies of each company. In the case of Thales, for example, it was less than 6 million euros is non-strategic, more than 6 million is strategic. But it also depends on the complexity of the project, of the accounts, if they are local or global accounts. How the size of the project, the relationship you already have with those clients or those accounts. And these are managed by the key account manager. From there, opportunities management is you have a set of opportunities, and this will be the input for the deal management process. Business situation or commercial situation is just a continuous process just to evaluate if everything that is going on in the first three is true, if we are going well, if the competition is winning more market than us, etc. So it's just it's a checkpoint to fix if there are problems or not. The second process, which is the bid management, the more complex, these positions or roles are very important. At the end, I will talk some comparison between Huawei and Thales in these positions. Capture leader. Once you have an opportunity that goes to a case, you will see the process there. But once you select an opportunity that you are going to look into, the senior management will appoint a capture leader which is responsible for the opportunity. It is either signed or disposed, because you are not going to go for the opportunity. So the capture leader has to define the capture strategy with other teams. He has to say what activities you have to do in order to finish or to get the contract. He will manage the big team. We will see what the big team is right now. He's actually responsible for the final negotiation of the contract, so that everybody wins. The bid manager, he's responsible basically for all the costs. He has to work with all the work package managers. Work package managers like you have the IPCC or the IBS, all the different subsystems. He has to prepare the initial project baseline, but basically he's in charge of all the costs. So the bid manager has to work with purchasing, has to work with the financial department, with all the work package managers, and he's responsible that the project is profitable or not. And there are a lot of Excel spreadsheets he has to fill, a lot of formulas. And then it's complicated because it could be different divisions, different countries participating, so he has to be in charge of joining all these documents, make sure that all the costs and risks are taken into account, and then just one page present to the capture leader, which is the boss during that process, to see if the project is profitable or not. And the project design authority, which for an integrator's point of view is, if not the most important, one of the most important positions in Thales. And he is in charge actually of the whole solution. He will be accountable and responsible to present a complete proposal that not only makes sure that everything is complete, but also that it's understandable by the client. And that it complies with all the requirements of the project. The bid team is composed, and capture leader is the boss, and you have the project designer, the PDA, the bid manager, and all the work package managers, and people from different departments that will work on the following documents. And this is a very complicated process, so all these documents are filled during the process of the bid process. And there is a table in which you see every document during the process. In all the cases, when you present, for example, a complete document, you need to be changing the document during the process. But again, we go to our customer context. I will show that at the end of the presentation. The customer context is very important because it contains the information of who the client is, who the end user is, if there is a price to win already in the table, what the budget is, the summary of needs, competitors. You have all this information in one page that you present to the top management so that they can decide. Competitive environment, again, is all the competition that is participating in that project, what are the strengths of our company is, weaknesses, against them. And there is a contact plan. Contact plan is, they present like an organization chart of the partner and the end user, and they qualify each person, because each person could be in favor or against the project, or in favor or against the company, in this case. So you present that with a set of activities to improve your position with each of those persons. The capture leader presents the offer, the content of the offer, like a summary of what the offer will be. And the industrial organization, they have to work with the KIP manager, the industrial partner manager, to see which partners you need to include in order to win this bid. The bid manager and the PDA are the ones that have to work during the whole process with all the documents. Bid manager, again, is in charge of all the costs. He works with purchasing, because again, as an integrator, for example, this division of Thales, which is Thales Security Solutions and Services, They don't sell cameras, they don't sell the software even. They are integrators. So the purchasing needs to work with all the divisions. I will show at the end of the presentation in the Mexico City project, even though the Thales was the car of the software of the solution. Internally, they have to buy to another division software, and the other division was liable in case of something goes wrong, so they could charge to their division. And the PDA, again, working with all the technical, with the work package managers, we have to present all the architecture of the solution that is in charge of that. Well, this is really the process. So after go-to-market, you have a set of opportunities. So you can use from go-to-market, you select an opportunity, go to Baser, or if the opportunity, you are going to look into that, then capture leader is a point. He has to prepare the executive summary of all the documents we saw, and go to gate one. There is a rule that it can only be one gate one per opportunity. So if the decision is not to go, you cannot prepare another gate one for the same opportunity. If the decision is to go, then you launch the bidding process, prepare the bidding compliance. You have a lot of reviews, go to gate two, which is deliver the bid. And once you deliver the bid, country leader, you deliver the bid because you know it's going to be a winning bid. And then the capture leader keeps working with the partners and client to sign the contract. We work with the methodology. Methodology is very important because this is actually the product of the integrator. This is what they sell when they want to see a project this size. They have to convince the partners and clients that this is the product. So on the left side, this is all the documents they have to present during the bid, and from these documents you will have a proposal. So what you have is a list of all the requirements. This is called the SSS documents, it's the subsystem specification. Then you formalize and create all the different subsystems and create just another document which is the system subsystem design description. This document, the sum of these documents will be the proposal. And I mean, this is the proposal, you have all the component requirements. Once you sign the contract, you start integrating the solution. So you are going to perform the system integration. Here you have, on the left side, the work package managers are the one preparing all the proposal. And after you sign the contract, you have another position, is the integration, verification, and qualification manager, which is in charge of all the integration of the project. The PDA is doing the whole process even after delivery. So you perform the system integration of all the subsystem, a verification of each subsystem, then you consolidate the solution and do a validation. There are during the final build solution, you have the SSS. In Mexico City project, there were more than 1,000 items in all the different subsystems. The SSDD you have the ECRs or PCRs, which are during the process of the engineering change requests, all the changes that need to be done and were not in the specifications, so you can charge for them. The PCR problem change requests, which are all the problems that arise during the project, and you cannot charge for them. Also important in the methodology is to notice that during the life cycle of each component, you have to think that it has to be supportable, and disposable, or renewable. Well, Mexico City case. This is the final product. It consisted of 5 C2s with 35 to 60 positions each, 1 C4, and all these devices. 8,000 cameras, 200 checkpoints, 36 one-shot detectors, the emergency call point, which is the panic button, speakers in the poles, and all these devices. But what I want to show is the way Thales, as an integrator, goes to the client. They never show like little boxes or phones or servers. They always talk about operations and the processes. From there, they start defining with the client. So before talking about technology, they talk about processes. And one example here, for example, is the first process. Again, no devices here, just a simple diagram of all the different inputs to the system and dispatch, monitoring, and closure, which you see is like the whole process of a C2, of an incident, with the system and the decision support system in between. For each of these processes, they did all these diagrams, and they created a big document called the columns. Well, at the end, they defined 14 subsystems for this project. The blue ones are Thales products, but again, not of that divisions, of different divisions. So, communications, operational interfaces, the RPR. So all these subsystems were integrated. Each of these subsystems has the SSDD document. So if you see the whole document for the project, a lot of binders that were delivered to the client. This is, again, not Thales products, just the first one, the IDS was from France, the CAD and GIS from Singapore, and all the other devices from different companies that were integrated. Samsung cameras, and the reason of that. The only one that was kind of forced were the cameras, because even though they weren't the best cameras, but the client asked us to buy those cameras, so we had to integrate them. And the other one is because the good relationship with the client or already global partners. Lessons learned here is using the processes. Thales identified the right way to get to the client and to do the industrial organization selecting the carrier that they know what's going to win. Was Thales in Mexico, the communications company. And again, this is what I was talking about, the contact planning strategy. Out of here, there were all the people that was involved in the project, the partner and the client, and marketing and sales, and the capture leader design a process on how to go to each client, how to contact them, what to say, what not to say, who to contact, meetings, dinners, whatever it has to do. And again, the product. So the main product was the CONOP, the concept of operations, all the processes, and the executive project. But one experience here is that after 1 year of working with the client, the partner, and the end user, the government, everybody was talking about these documents. Everybody, it was like a universal language for everyone. So after 4 years of working with them, they selected also Thales for the second part of the project 2 years ago for 7,000 more cameras. Just because they already were part of the process. At the end, the suggestion for Huawei. I know we also have processes, we have the LTC process, but I haven't seen that anybody follows it. So you can see that there is a workflow which can contain the dates and you have the go-to-market management. So just as a recommendation, the first one is make it simple. We can use templates. I am doing some templates of my own for some projects so that we can start working on them. Maybe we can really share them. And it is helping because we start talking the same language. So keep it simple. Let's start doing simple things, but let's start doing them. Second recommendations, we don't have, I mean, capture leader is easy because it could be the account manager. It doesn't matter. I mean, it's a simple position. The problem is I haven't seen a project design authority which actually is in charge of signing a whole project and which will also be accountable. What we are presenting will be understandable by the client. I have been presenting proposals by translating some PDFs and making a joint proposal, but we need to make sure that the proposal we're presenting complies with the requirements of the client, so there should be that position here. I haven't seen it. Bid manager is not urgent, but I mean, could be a local guy in each corner. And again, keep it simple. We can work as this process, which is pretty simple. Is again, every work package manager present a document. There is a PDA that we consolidate, validate. A bid manager that will be in charge of the costs, and they give the capture leader, which will be the account manager, so that he can present a proposal to the client. My third recommendation is, as integrators, we have to talk more about processes or operations besides technology. It doesn't mean instead of. We can still talk about technology, but almost all the meetings I have been in, the people that is in those meetings have a background, operational or a political background, so they understand more about operations and processes than technology. If there is always someone in the meeting room which will ask about the camera resolution or something. I mean, you can answer that, but the background of the people in the meetings is more operational. For recommendation. I never present myself as a security expert. The reason is pretty simple. I don't want, the head of police or of security testing me like if I am an expert on his own field. So I prefer to present myself as a security technology consultant or expert maybe. That reason they will see us different. They will see us as integrators or technology consultants and ask for advice, etc. Last recommendation of today, always have in mind local support and availability. Every time I go into a meeting room or an office of a client, I know for sure that Cisco, Dell, HP, all of them have been there and they have prepared the client to ask us about local support, spare parts. And I know that as a fact because there is people that used to work with UNC and Cisco that have told that explain how they tell that to the client. So we always prepare to talk about local support, response time, support parts, redundancy before they ask, and just to be a step ahead of these companies that are working with the client to ask for that. I take more time than you. Oh, that's it. Thank you.
One question. How do you think business development that position in Huawei, which law can match your position in Thales?
How I think this is development. Actually,
Yeah, you think in Huawei, which law should take that responsibility as business development?
who has a business development? I think that our position as solution department has that kind of responsibility, because we have to go with all the clients, see the needs, understand the markets, and we get experience from all these different countries, and we can transfer that to our departments. The one. Okay, so we will share some documents later, some templates, and so that we can start.
Thank you very much.